Sikhona go TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at flyfm_ZA. The highly anticipated time has finally come. We have the one and only Emmanuel Peters in studio. Super excited. How are you doing on this beautiful morning?
I am absolutely wonderful, Akeelah. It's a privilege to be here.
I'm so grateful that out of your busy schedule and everything that you do, that you actually made time to come here. So thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into it. We're starting off big, we're starting off strong. So we know with you basically a public speaker, for those who don't know. Kodwa ke imininingwane nizoyithola ku Instagram, so nje iyan khona and show some love. What would you say was the biggest downfall you have faced, and how would you say that you bounce back from it?
You know, speaking has always been one of my really anticipated hobbies. I look forward to speaking. I love public speaking. Academically, I always strive to get the best results I possibly can. I'm fresh out of matric, just finished matric last year. Still 18, guys, rocking it, still fresh, wet behind the ears, whatever you want to call it. So I think my biggest downfall was, from the age of 3.
Yeah.
Being a doctor was always something I wanted to do. And then go to grade 9, everything's looking good, the marks are good.
Yes.
Take maths, physics.
Yo.
Downhill.
Reality hits
Yeah.
in.
So, you know what? It was good. Then matric came along and the phase into COVID. I went through a grade 10 in COVID and then phase into grade 11, phasing out of COVID. So the adjustment and everything, it took a hit on me. And then as well as, you're young, ambitious, and you want to strive for everything.
Yes.
So generally make the sky your limit, guys.
Yes.
Because you can achieve it. And when I got my matric results after I finished matric and I wrote my exams, I was very disheartened with my results. But anyway, I still applied to university.
Yeah.
Not to any surprise, I got rejected.
Yeah.
But you know what? It put me in a space, to be honest, that was really dark.
Yeah.
I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel here.
Yo.
I thought that it was down, it was finished, it was ending, my life was over, my parents are going to be disappointed in me, everything was going to go downhill. Because I'm not going to achieve the expectations that people put on me because of this one failure, you can call it. And that space carried on for approximately 5 months.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I rewrote maths and physics.
Yeah.
And in May, the NSC supplementary papers. And while being in that space, I didn't feel any better about it because I thought there was no hope. But I wrote it and I went through it and I didn't get the results I wanted.
Yeah.
But it was after that I realized, you know what? I am capable.
Yeah.
This is just something that's a bit tough, but I am capable of doing it.
Yeah.
So I still didn't give up, and I wrote it again literally this month, in November, at the beginning of November. I wrote maths and physics again. But the point is that even through the academic struggle, which was a struggle, I still achieved a lot. I started studying ministry when I was in grade 11, and I have my diploma in ministry. I completed my diploma last year, completing my 3rd year now, and next year I'll have my degree. So I absolutely love the Word of God, right? Like, it's always kept me grounded. And it is when I took a hold of that that I found myself again.
That's beautiful.
The Bible says, you draw closer to God, God draws closer to you.
Amen.
So it's as simple as that. But the reason I bounced back was because I found my grounding again. I found out that, you know what? It isn't the end.
Yeah.
I am young. I still can accomplish things. Life is still going to take its course, and it's an abnormal journey. Life is an absolutely abnormal journey. I cannot tell you one normal thing about it.
Real.
Honestly.
So real.
But I found myself in that dark space. But the point I am now, I am so much better.
Amazing.
And you know what? At the beginning of the year, when I got my results, never would have Emmanuel seen himself where he is now.
But look at the 360 that we took.
Yes.
So big.
So it's about hard work, consistency, persistence. Everything in life, when you want your goals, you have to be consistent at it. You have to be persistent at it, and you have to work hard. Work your hardest, because I promise you, as much as people tell you, you know what, you're going to go to school, you're going to work hard, you're going to get those really great marks. Kudos to y'all who managed to do that in one shot. but it's not always easy for everyone. And you know what? Work hard, but I promise you, don't fall under that impression that you're going to work hard now and relax for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Life is full of hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, a good example would be somebody who is inspiring to be a doctor.
Yes.
All right, you have to work really hard in school, you have to get really high marks.
Yes.
But it doesn't end there. You get your high marks, you get accepted into university.
You have to do more.
It's still hard work. And the point you start your profession, you have people's lives in your hands.
Yes.
So yeah, you'll be earning a lot of money and you'll be living a comfortable life. But hard work and determination will be your driving force throughout your entire life.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing. Okay, so now we want to know, Wuti, throughout this whole conversation, we are navigating failures and expectations, right? How would you say that you've overcome self-doubt and the fear of failure? Because it's definitely an emotion that's there. So
Yes.
how would you say that like you've been able to overcome those feelings?
Okay, so to overcome your emotions and stuff like that, it's not an easy place to be in. It's not an easy position to put somebody in, or to be in yourself rather, to overcome these immense emotions that we feel, especially at our age, guys. Like, we experience a lot of emotions, and a lot of people don't understand what we're going through.
Yeah.
So it's important to understand that you need to still find yourself within this, encapsulating yourself by your emotions. You still need to find yourself within you. You still need to find that inner person that drives you, because at the end of the day, you are your only motivation. So you can have your friends and everything that's good and well. I have a lot of friends and I love my friends a lot, and they really help me pursue my goals.
Yeah, that's
But
beautiful.
at the end of the day, they're not going to write an exam with you. They're not going to submit an assignment for you. They're not going to go to a job for you. So you need to be that driving force that wakes you up early in the morning and gets you through your day, accomplishing everything, and never lose the opportunities that God gives you, because you generally need to take everything with open arms, because you don't know where it's going to lead you. Like I said, at the beginning of the year, I would have never seen where I am now. So if you ask me at the beginning of the year, Emmanuel, where would you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know.
This wasn't gonna be it.
I don't know. But anyway, 11 months down the line, I'm on radio with you, Akeelah.
Listen, doing big things. We're definitely taking you to places.
You know what? Genuinely, get your confidence in the fact that you have to take the risk.
Yeah.
You know, failure is something that's inevitable. Everybody's going to fail at something.
Wait, they didn't hear that. That is a bar. Failure is inevitable. Yo, you guys are grasping that knowledge. I hope that you matriculants are listening.
So failure is inevitable.
Yes.
You can't escape it. But the reason is, you know what, the way life is structured is that you're going to try something that, you know what, you aren't exactly meant for.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know that you weren't meant for that if
you didn't try it. Hey.
So, you know what? Take the risk.
Yes.
You know, even in ministry, when I learned, risk takers is one of the highest valued people. Because without, you know, taking a risk, you never know the outcome of something.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we all go into with the mindset to achieve something, to be good at something, and to get the best outcome. If it doesn't come out the outcome that you want, that's not the end. A train smash. Because you know what? It's going to build a foundation for you to achieve other aspects in your life.
That's beautiful.
Failing one aspect is going to give birth to other opportunities that you never thought you were going to have.
That's really amazing. So you as Emmanuel, would you say that your parents played a part in you influenced your educational choices, like the choices that you made for those applications at varsity, even the choices that you made at grade 10?
Yeah.
Let's not dispute that parents tend to have an influence. Did your parents have an influence for that decision that you took at that particular time in your life?
Okay, so I wouldn't say that my parents pursued me into any specific career or picking subjects. They were lenient with me. They let me choose willingly what I could handle. And at the time, I remember coming home with that form to fill in your course details.
Yo.
It was load shedding at that hour too.
Oh, wow.
So I was sitting there in the lounge. Yeah, I was sitting there in the lounge with my dad, and I was like, Dad, I think I want to take pure maths, physics, life science, and IT. And he was like, IT, you want to be computer science now. You want to do computer science now, and you don't want to be a doctor. And then I'm like, no, I still want to be a doctor, but I also love computers. But it's at this point now that I think it's good to mention
Yeah.
that even though something wasn't meant for you,
Yeah.
you can still achieve greater things.
Yes.
Because, I find myself in a space where the old me wanted to be a doctor, and you know what? It's still a career I would love to go into if that opportunity ever comes through.
Yeah.
But you know what else I'm good at? Computer science. So that's also an option. You know what else I'm good at? Public speaking.
Multi-talented.
So you know what? The options are open, and you need to get yourself everything you possibly can at the age you are.
Yes.
Because when you're 30 and getting ready to get married, for example, sorry to talk so far ahead, but this
Yeah.
is life, and this
Yeah,
is the course
reality,
of life.
reality.
This is the real talk. So when you're at that age where you want to get married and then you're going to start a family, you're not going to have the time to achieve everything that
Yeah.
you could have at the age that you are now. So yes, it's important to have fun and to go out with your friends, enjoy the moments. Those little moments are really important.
Yes.
But it's also important to have balance, and we'll talk about that in one of your later questions. So,
Yeah.
you know what? We need to bounce back.
Yes.
We need to, when we're at the dark
Definitely.
space, we need to bounce back.
Definitely.
And back to the question, we drifted off there quite a bit.
A lot. So really navigating.
Yes. So, my parents they let me choose
Yeah.
freely, and the only thing that was compulsory in my household was go to university, get a degree, get yourself educated, because that's what's going to take you into places,
Yeah.
especially around the world.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
a job in a company is going to secure you to the location that you are. Having a
Yes.
degree that multiple companies want is going to be your ticket around the world. It's going to be your ticket to make the world your oyster. And when you find those pearls, hold on to them, because they're going to ground you, they're going to be a foundation, and they're going to let you uplift yourself and the family that you want one day.
So look at Fly FM grounding Emmanuel Peters, because we are here taking you
My first
places.
pearl. My first pearl.
Your first pearl. Grab
Yeah.
onto it. So how would you say that you balance academic responsibilities and your personal goals and aspirations, right? Because we know that there are things that are set that you have to do, and then there are other things like hobbies that you want to pursue. How would
Definitely.
you say that you balance those two things?
Okay, so balance is incredibly important. I told you I'll address it now.
Yes.
So you need to have the best balance, not only in your academic responsibilities, in your hobbies, your goals, your aspirations, but you also need to have a balanced diet as well. You need to have a balanced sleep schedule. You need to have a
Yes.
balanced activity schedule. All of these
Real.
things are important because, my pastor, Bishop Emmanuel Joseph Mudley II.
Shout outs.
Definitely. He even advised me yesterday, you know what? If something isn't fed or exercised, it will die. So not only is that for you as a
Yes.
person, it's not only just for your body. You need to feed
Yes.
yourself and exercise yourself or you will die. Definitely. Biologically,
Yeah.
that is correct. But also feed your academics, exercise your academics in studying.
Yes.
Exercise your goals. Your academics should be your number one priority,
Priority, yes,
at our
as a
age.
scholar.
I work Monday to Friday from 8 to 5.
Okay.
And when I rewrote maths and physics for 2 months straight prior, this was my schedule. Monday, finish work at 5, get home at 6:30, going to lectures for ministry at 7.
Yo, the
That was-
dedication.
Then on Wednesdays, come home at 6:30. I'm leaving for a tuition at 7:30, coming back home at 8:30 or 9.
Hi, bo.
And that was the same schedule for Thursday.
Yes.
On Friday, I was at youths. On Saturday, I had tuitions for about 1.5 to 2 hours, and the same for Sunday. Sometimes missing church for my tuitions. But you see, I had to balance it in
Yeah.
order to get the results that I
you
wanted.
want.
I wanted the
Yes.
paycheck, so I had to go to work.
Period.
Yes. So, but I wanted the good marks so that I
Yes.
can elevate myself in life. So that too, I had to balance to achieve everything that I want.
That's
When
beautiful.
it comes to your goals and aspirations, guys, you can find enjoyment in absolutely anything that you enjoy, right?
Yeah.
You will feel good about it. And there's going to be
Yes.
those things, like for me, my academics, that specifically maths and physics, that I don't want to deal with. But you know what? I have to deal with it.
Nobody wants to deal with it.
You have to deal with it in order to achieve the greater that is installed for you.
Yes.
You have to take that knock in order to open the door.
Talking about the knock, would you say that like there was ever a time, or share a time with us where you felt like you were not meeting your own expectations? Because yes, we are aware about expectations that other people had for you, but did you feel, or was there a time where you felt that you were not meeting your own expectations? And the key question here is, how did you handle it? Give us a realistic run through on how you dealt with that.
Okay, so, we all set expectations for ourselves. If your expectations is not high for yourself, then you're not in a good space. That's the honest truth.
Yes.
You need to set an expectation you think is unattainable right now. That should be your goal. Think about something that you really want to achieve and go for it. Because you know what? There are avenues to achieve everything. You just have to find the one for you. You can achieve, just because you knew one route to get from point A to point B doesn't mean there's a whole nother road to take to get to B. It may take a longer time, but you can still get there.
Yes.
So, when it comes to your self expectations, for my personal expectations, I felt like I wasn't meeting them a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to be here, but I'm here, and
feeling conflicted.
Yeah, you are honestly always on the space that you need to do better. You need to make the people around you more proud. And you have this weight of everyone on your shoulders. It's a very true thing, and I experienced it. Being under the pressure of society and stuff like that, especially your peers, your social circle.
Bro.
It's hard to meet expectations, but set the expectations for yourself so that you can achieve your goals. And how did I deal with not achieving my expectations? I went back, I started from ground zero and built myself back up.
Beautiful, man.
Because sometimes you're going to climb up that ladder and something's going to knock you down.
Yes.
But you need to find the motivation within yourself
and try again.
Go again.
Bro,
go again and again and again till you get there.
That's honestly really, really, really amazing. So how would you say like that throughout your career? Was there ever a time that you felt like giving up? Because we know right now our conversation is appealing to our fellow matriculants, right? And they have to hear the reality of life, and who best to let them know than you and ex people.
Yeah.
Yes. So like, would you say like throughout your entire schooling career, was there ever a time that you felt like giving up, where it was just too much for you and you were just like, no?
So there were times where you would come home so exhausted, like tuitions and stuff like this while you're in school and stuff. Come home so exhausted, and I just was not ready to open a book again. So I was like, just take a nap. And it's important for yourself that you have to drive through that at sometimes, because if an exam is tomorrow, then you need to study. You have to prioritize the exam. Or if it's even 2 days ahead,
do it.
That's going out to all my people that pull out their books the day before. That's not okay, guys.
Hey guys, it's not okay.
That's not okay. So you need to build that foundation for yourself, and meet your own expectations, and don't give up. Because you know what, I did feel at times that I genuinely just wanted to give up, and but it's important that you don't.
Yes.
I mean, we all have that feeling. It's honestly, with no doubts, I can say that every teenager at some point goes through that feeling. Hey, I just want to give up.
Hey, let me just sit down.
But you know what? Keep it at that.
Yeah.
Keep it at just what you're saying and not what you're actioning.
Hey, just what you're saying and not what you're actioning. We're going to be approaching to the further end, or rather the latter end of our interview, but we want to know this. You definitely have confidence.
Yes.
I know Emmanuel Peters, and I never disputed his confidence. Like, he is the table. Don't ask him what he brings to the table, because he is the table. Confidence is necessary in everything that we do. How would you say that like you maintain your confidence and that feeling of uncertainty? We did debates, and we know that feeling of uncertainty that you feel. How would you say that you maintain your confidence and you dispute that feeling of uncertainty?
Okay, so that feeling of uncertainty, I was actually talking about this to one of my friends, right?
Yeah.
from the time I was small, and honestly till now, my parents can vouch. I cannot sleep in total darkness. I'm scared of the dark.
Yes.
I am
Okay.
18 years old.
We're keeping it real. We're
I'm
keeping
scared
it
of the
real.
dark, guys. So, you constantly have to have the driving force in your life. And, being scared of the dark, I found out I wasn't scared of any creatures or anything like that. I was
Yeah.
scared of the feeling of uncertainty, not knowing what lurks in the dark.
Yeah.
Not saying that any creature was lurking there, but not being able to see what is in front of you.
Yes.
And you know what? That applies to our lives. Not being able to see what's in front of you and not being able to see what the outcome of taking a risk may be.
Yes.
It's a very real feeling, and we all go through it. And that feeling of uncertainty is always going to be there.
Yeah.
You're never going to be certain about everything you do.
Yeah.
Taking a glass of water from the tap and drinking it, that's certain. It's going to go to your body.
Eish.
But
These analogies.
But driving in the car to get to your destination, you know the majority of the time you're going to get there. You're not certain you're going to make it this time. That's true. Every time you get in the car, you not only hold your own life or your
So
passenger's life in
real.
your hand, you hold the lives of everyone around you.
Yes.
It's a
and
good
everybody that you're
example.
traveling
That is
with.
uncertainty that we face every single day.
Yes.
And the confidence that you need to have in yourself is going to be your driving force that you push yourself to go beyond your uncertainty. You are your only limit in this world.
For real,
You
hey?
are the only person that looks in the mirror and says, you are capable of so, and so. So if you
good.
tell yourself, I'm not going to measure up, I'm not going to meet the expectations, then you know what?
You're manifesting
Unfortunately, that's exactly who you're going to be. So affirm yourself and be proud of the person that you are, because there is only one you. There is only one Akeelah interviewing one Emmanuel.
Yes.
So, be brave, be extraordinary, and
Yes.
reach for the stars. That's your only limit. And if you know what, you can even be better than that. Become an astronaut. Go beyond the stars.
Go beyond the stars.
So-
Fly FM, taking youth places. So
Definitely.
Tata Sigbeg. We are approaching the latter end of our interview. I'm
Definitely.
so sad because
Yeah.
this has definitely been an innovative and informative conversation. But with our final question, what advice would you like to give to our matriculants? Like a key advice that will apply to everyone. We are at trying times. People are feeling a lot of different emotions.
Definitely.
We're registering, we're getting rejected. We don't even know, some of us, where to go.
Yes.
So some advice to guide us as a fellow matriculant yourself, and for the class of 2024 from Emmanuel Moses Peters.
All right, brilliant. So to my matriculants out there that are currently literally within their final exams, I want you to pursue, be brave, take every exam with a confidence level that only you can achieve. Be genuine to yourself. Study hard. Stay in your books, guys. Your books are going to be your best friends till that time ends. And just go in there, give it your best. And you know what? Some of you all are going to meet the outcomes you'll plan for yourself. Kudos to you all. Majority of you all are not going to be satisfied with every single mark that you'll get. You know what? If that is something that's important to you, go again. You don't have to
Yes.
take a gap year to go again. I'm not saying that. You can multitask. So go to university if you get accepted to, or get a job. Keep yourself busy, because being at home, I know what it's like. It's honestly traumatic. I hate being at home all the time.
Yeah.
I was going into grade 11, coming from grade 10. I was busy 5 days a week out of school. That's not including school. So, we need to continuously keep ourselves busy. You know what? When you're busy, then nothing is going to put you down in this life. You're not going to be, I'm too tired to achieve something.
Yes.
I'm too tired to go out. You will be you will train yourself biologically to do that. So work hard in your exams, study everything, go through those past year papers, guys.
Those past year papers are key.
Gold. They are gold, platinum even. So, get through it and achieve for the stars. Don't limit yourself. And if guys, those of you all who are planning to get a degree, don't get your degree. Wait, I mixed that up.
Yeah,
get your degree, get your degree, but
Yeah.
go for your honors, go for
Yeah.
your masters, go for your PhD.
Sky is the limit.
Definitely. So do your best, and I wish you all the luck and all of the best in everything that you do. Achieve for the stars, guys. Reach for the stars. It is your only limit, and I know each and every one of y'all, if y'all put the work into your faith, y'all are going to achieve outstanding results, and everything is going to be well.
We are manifesting good things.
Yes.
Reach for the stars. We are at Fly FM, definitely taking youth places. That was Emmanuel Moses Peters, joined us with the conversation on navigating failures and expectations. It was a beautiful time here at studio. Definitely an amazing conversation. I even learned things. So yeah, man, make sure to show some love for Emmanuel. He's definitely taking youth places. Any last shout outs? Last thing. Any shout outs? People that you want to give recommendations to and be like, hey, shout out to you because you more than Emmanuel.
I would definitely want to shout out to my parents. My
Yes.
dad is like my personal Uber everywhere. So Moses Peters.
Thank you to the chauffeur.
Dad, love you. Thank you for everything. Mom, and my two sisters, Letitia and Trisha, my friends,
Yes.
my church, Bethsaida Ministries International.
Shout out Bethsaida.
Yeah, they definitely grounded me in my foundation and gave me the platform.
We love
without
it.
my church,
We love it.
then I definitely wouldn't be able to have the confidence that I have. I started there, I was born there, and I grew there, and they gave me the opportunities that gave me all of my achievements now.
That is absolutely beautiful. We love it for you, man. Thank you so much for making time to come here at
It was a
studio.
privilege.
We really enjoyed it. I had an amazing time. I never doubted you, man. So 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Fly FM, taking youth places. I'm your host, Akeelah Juma, streaming in live. Make sure to keep the conversation flowing. What did you guys get out of this on our studio WhatsApp line? Metric, I hope that you guys were tuned in and listening on 083-756-2625. I'm your host, Akeelah Juma, streaming in live. Asitukuthathe ikhefu, uma sibuya, we're going back to the tunes.